Let's talk about 5 needle-moving tasks for your Teachers Pay Teachers business that will increase revenue, increase productivity, and help keep you on your growth track for your TPT business. Now, most of these are things that I'm going to recommend that you complete every single week. You're doing them on a regular basis. They're part of your regular weekly routine. And while there's one that, while I don't recommend you work on it every single week, I do recommend that you do it regularly. And we'll get to that one because that one's number 5. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's talk about how you can move the needle in your business in 5 very simple ways. So the first one is product creation. Now, that one doesn't come as a surprise to you, and you're probably thinking, of course, I have to create resources. But product creation isn't always just creating resources that are going to be listed as paid resources in your Teachers Pay Teachers store. Sometimes it's creating a product that might be sent out to your email list as a freebie that's exclusive to them, that lets them know that they are a valued customer and a valued member of your community. Or it could also be a free resource that could be used as an email opt-in or as part of a collaborative event to grow your business in some other way. So product creation may look different depending on what phase of building your business you're in. If you've watched any of my videos or if you listen to my podcast for any length of time, then you know that I believe in focusing on different things and different phases inside of your TPT business. So I don't believe in focusing all of your efforts on marketing and product creation and growing your email list and being a boss at Pinterest and doing all of these things plus blogging plus social media, all of that all at the same time. I recommend focusing on one area of growth at a time until you move on to the next phase. And if you want to learn more about that, you can check out some of my other videos. I also walk you through that step-by-step way to grow your business inside of my signature course that's inside of the RTA membership, Strategic Growth. But we're not going to dwell on that a whole lot because that's not the point of this video, because that's not the point of this podcast. But I mention this because each one of these tasks can look different depending on which phase you're in. So like I just mentioned before, product creation could look like creating an opt-in for your email list if you're in a list building phase for your Teachers Pay Teacher business. It could also look like creating a freebie or a resource for a collaborative event or an exclusive freebie for your email list if you're working on nurturing your email list and really building an engaged audience with the existing list that you have. Or if you're working on growing with other TPT sellers, then it could look like creating that exclusive resource for a collaborative event. But it could also just look like, and most of the time it will look like, just creating resources to fill your store and to continue to provide valuable content for your customers to purchase from you. Okay. And the next thing that you should be doing on a regular basis every single week is emailing your list. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. I don't have an email list, so this does not apply to me. Well, the same could be true if you have an audience on social media. This could look like actively engaging with members of your audience every single week. The truth is, though, that email remains to be the highest converting form of online marketing that there is. And if you don't have an email list, you can still have a profitable Teachers Pay Teachers store. You can still build the business that you want, but you're not going to be getting, most of the time, you're not going to be getting the best return on your investment. So that's why I say email. I'm a huge believer in email and growing your email list. So let's talk about the next one because it kind of goes hand in hand with this one, and that is every single week you should be finding a way to share your email opt-in with your audience. Now, this is going to look different depending on what phase you're in your business. If you're in an email growth phase where you are specifically working on growing your email audience, then that may look like organizing a collaborative event with other TPT sellers to grow your email list. Or it may look like running Facebook ads to your landing page to increase your number of opt-ins and grow your email list. Or it may look as simple as just sharing about it through a social media post or in your stories, or it may look like sending something out in your weekly TPT newsletter, but it could also be on autopilot. So if growing your email list is not something that's a primary focus for you, then you could have this autopiloted. This could be making sure that you have pins out on Pinterest that are pushing people towards your email opt-in, or it could look like a simple page inside of your existing products or even just your best sellers that tell people, hey, go grab this free resource. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your purchase. Go grab this free resource by joining my email list. And in doing that, you can still continue to grow your email list and be sharing about it every single week, but doing it in a way that's very passive. And so if I'm not actively working on growing my list, let's say I'm focusing on product creation, let's say I'm focusing on building out another form of marketing via social media or YouTube or podcasting or something like that, then I can still do step 3 passively. Okay, so let's talk about number 4. Number 4 is SEO, search engine optimization. You should be regularly search engine optimizing your TPT products. You cannot just set it up there and forget it. Even those resources that sell super well, they're showing up on the first page of search results. You should be actively going in on a regular basis and looking at different products and seeing, this is ranking number 10 for a popular search term. Could I get it to rank number 8? This is ranking number 5 for a popular search term. Could I get it to rank number 4? And working on those things. Or this is ranking on the first page of search results for a semi-popular search term, but could I get it to rank for a popular search term or a more popular search term? And going in and search engine optimizing those resources. This could look like starting from your best sellers and search engine optimizing those and working your way down. Or it could look like starting from the bottom up. What isn't selling that should be selling, and going in and search engine optimizing those resources in order to make more money. So this is something that I would do on a regular basis. Every single week, I would have a small period of time set aside where I would go in, maybe have a master list of all of your resources that sold well during this time period last year, or that you know teachers should be purchasing this year if you don't have any data from last year, and go in and check those off. One day a week, spend 30 minutes, and you may only be able to search engine optimize one resource on the list, but that's fine. You may be able to get 2 or 3 on some days, and I promise you that is a task that will move the needle in your business. Making sure that your resources are evolving not only with TPT's search engine algorithm changes, but also that they're evolving as new resources are being put on the market. And as resources that were already on the market are becoming more and more popular, you want to make sure that you are staying on top. Okay, number 5. This is the one that is something that I do recommend you do on a regular basis, but I wouldn't do it every week, and that is collaborate. Now, I know that not everybody here is going to agree with me on this. Some people want to do their own thing, and that's fine. You get to grow your business the way that you want to grow your business. But collaboration has been, hands down, the biggest game changer in my Teachers Pay Teachers journey. And that's because it's allowed me to grow my own audience. It's allowed me to have a more engaged audience of people who actually know who I am, and they are familiar with me. And so they know, like, and trust me. And so they're more likely to purchase from me. And that's all come through collaborations. And collaborations don't have to be a really big deal. It could be something as simple as being a part of an already organized hashtag sale. It could be something as simple as partnering with another seller inside of your niche to create a couple of reels for the next couple of months. Or it could look like something much bigger. It could look like you organizing your own hashtag sale. It could look like you organizing a conference for other sellers inside of your niche. Or it could look like you hosting an exclusive webinar with 1 or 2 other sellers and offering that as a resource to people who are inside of your community as a way to say thank you for being there, but also as a way to grow your community as people are coming in and joining your email list or joining your Facebook group or becoming a part of your circle in order to get access to that free webinar. So there are so many different ways that you can collaborate to grow your Teachers Pay Teachers business. And those are just a few, but I highly recommend that you do this on a regular basis. I would say once a month, I would be working towards collaborating with another TPT seller in some way, shape, or form. Again, it could be as simple as doing a collaborative reel or shouting each other out on Instagram. It could be very, very simple, or it can be really complex. And which way you go depends on where your focus is at the time. If you're focusing hardcore on product creation, then you might want to just do something really simple like a collaborative reel or a collaborative post or a shout out inside of your Instagram stories. If you are focusing specifically on growing an engaged audience, then it could be that webinar that I talked about. Or if you're wanting to make some money, then it could be hosting a conference or something like that that would allow ticket purchases and things like that to not only grow your email list, but to increase your revenue. All right. I hope that you found some of these helpful. I would love to know what your favorite needle moving task is inside of your business. What is a task that you do inside of your business that has really helped you grow your business over time? Please drop that down in the comments so others can see it too. And I will see you in the next video.